the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. The Dolphins at 8-1 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And Chubb trying to hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. From the gun, and he coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble lost.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Garrett Wilson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try to mount a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. Finding room at midfield on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 39, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Here's Chubb. Back-to-back catches for him. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Watson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. He threw his league-best 35th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. And they'll start here on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 29, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Tua now on 1st down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route? Letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming. And
now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Watson on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Holding, offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Watson. And incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Watson looks to throw again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper from 8 yards out.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On second and 9, Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
This a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
But the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He's looking deep for Bell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Again, he finds more.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. On 1st down, Watson.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 13 yards out.
And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's got Njoku over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
York able to send this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we're out to check out another game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that one is at halftime, as they've got the lead over the visiting Detroit Lions. Chase Claypool, a touchdown catch in that first half. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, they complete it to Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From just shy of midfield, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Out of the gun, Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Holding, offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game.
Down to the 42, second down. Second down, here's Chubb again.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll try the air now with Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And out come the Dolphins now.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, it's Tua. And the grab by Croft.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Tua. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to pass. Tua. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Man, no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Cooper fast with the feet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Watson hook it up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Watson. And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Tua, middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Marker, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Tua sets up to pass it. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you don't normally get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, it's Watson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call. Out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Watson on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Back to throw, Watson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Here's Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Another milestone following on that last throw of what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to figure, with so many games remaining, I think he'll breeze past 5,000 yards. Could he challenge the all-time record? Maybe even bump it up closer to 6,000 yards? I can't wait to watch. And the way he's playing, I wouldn't put it past him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. He completes it to Wilson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Short throw hauled in by Croft.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. Another nice move. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit with defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league...
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Sanders now to add the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards.
To throw again on second down, Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Again, it's Watson. It's caught. Cooper.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. From the red zone now, Watson
looking for and finding Amari Cooper again.
And he's brought down. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
That time a 6-play drive.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Miami set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, and this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Here's Watson. Being chased out left.
He's got the connection to Moore. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
They'll run for it. Chubb.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Watson drops it off for Chubb.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Watson on 3rd down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? They'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. One last throw here for Watson. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.